Shay's Vision. Give me a little seat going on here. And I want to talk about some of the most irritating things that I deal with from outside people when it comes to my relationship. As you know, and looking at the thumbnail, I'm engaged to a queen. And I've been dealing with some outside force crap from people, just in the real world, It's just really frustrating. Something I've never dealt with until I was in a relationship with her. First of all, I hate walking into a grocery store and everybody looking at us like we're either looked at in disgust because a lot of people, believe it or not, don't believe in it, or we're looked at like, oh my gosh, it's such a new thing. Either way, we get constantly gawked at when we walking through a store, right? I can't tell you how many times somebody from her ethnicity sits there and goes, oh, oh, oh. And I've heard comments like, look at the master and his slave. Heard that several times. Several times. It is god awful. I'm tired of walking through the grocery store hearing that. You get attacked on social media for it. Like, bro, we've been together 3 years. I love this woman with all my heart. Alright? We soulmates. We meant to be. This is how it is, right? I shouldn't have to hear this when I walk into a store, getting random messages, hate on social media, just because I love a woman who's not my color. Can't believe that's all still. Yeah, it's still happening. It happens all the time, Mom. It is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. Like, literally yesterday, we were walking through an aisle, and as we're exiting the aisle, a guy was checking her out before he seen me. And then he seen me and went, oh, a white boy. And I was just like, dude, you don't understand. I had put had a glass of fettuccine in my hand. You don't understand how much I just want to lodge that because I'm tired of it. 3 years, of just dealing with it, it gets old. Like, I know most of these people are complete strangers and don't know me, But it's like, it gets old. I have lost friends because they didn't believe. Friends that aren't my ethnicity. People I've been cool with for years. I've been with the culture for years. I lost them because they didn't like the fact that I was dating a black woman. And I thought, man, this is just so frustrating because, like, I genuinely love who I love. And it causes so much issues in people's minds, and I just don't understand it. I never understand it. And on the other end, because it sounds like maybe I'm singling one thing out, and I'm not. But when we was in Ohio, we dealt with this more in Ohio. It was like older white people. No disrespect. I'm obviously there. Older white people would gawk at us and have issues with us. Like in Ohio, it won't even nothing coming from any black people or nothing that had a problem with my relationship. You know what I mean? Nothing like that at all. But it was the older white people that had a problem with my relationship. Who I'm engaged to, who I love. You know what I'm saying? And I hate the fact that it doesn't matter where I live or where I go, I can't be left alone. There's been people that try to holler at Tiana like, why you with that white boy? You need to be with the brother. Shit, whatever. Okay, a brother that's gonna do what? You know what I mean? You're not me. That's the woman I love. She loves me. We're for each other. It doesn't matter my skin tone. Stop bringing it up. That's corny. That's real corny. I hate that. And it's the big elephant in the room because, like, before I met Tiana, way before I met Tiana, I've been involved with the culture. All my friends, not just one, pretty much 90% of my friends is in the culture. So it's like, no, I know the strangers don't know how I sit. The strangers don't know how I believe or whatever. But it was crazy to me when friends started acting funny. And it was just like, man, like, y'all, people really got a big problem with this? Got a big problem with my relationship? Who I love because we don't share the same skin tones? Like, outside of all the political and all the stuff going on, you don't know me. You assume because I'm white, I don't respect my queen's blackness? That's corny. Cause I die by her blackness. I defend her blackness. You ain't gonna I ain't gonna damn sure ain't gonna be the one recording something happen to her. So you probably never see anything happen to her because I got something for anybody who tries to make something happen to her. You don't understand me, man. And it's mad corny because I'm tired, excuse me. I just bumped this thing. But I'm tired of hearing about how I'm white, how she need to be with a brother. I'm tired of them DMs talking about slave and his master and her master or something. Like nobody wants to hear that. Like people just want to live life. I don't know what happened. Like because I do honestly understand that if I was in this relationship in the 70s, it would be a lot different. You know, one of us would probably get killed for loving how we love, believing how we believe. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot different times have changed. Things have gotten better, but I never thought that like every time I walk in the store, people mumble under their breath about us, you know, gawk at us, try to say some stuff to get me heated. And I get there. I try to breathe now. After 3 years, I've definitely calmed down on how I deal with people. But like, it gets old. It gets really old, and I'm tired of dealing with it. Like straight up, don't nobody want to deal with it, man. Like, bro, that's just the truth. It is bothersome. Like, I love her. I do anything for her. I die by her. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of these bum ass people that keep trying to get in between, like they'll do something better for her. You don't love her like I do. You don't know her like I do. Leave me alone. Just because I'm white, you don't think I'm capable of loving my woman? Like, that's what irritates me because they start saying, nobody do you like a brother. Nobody love you like a brother. Go on, get out of here. It's corny, bro. Nobody love her like me. Period. It's corny. I get tired of hearing that. Like, I really get tired of hearing that. Like, it sets me off as somebody just being who I am. I'm tired of dealing with that. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. And it's hard to talk about stuff like this because nobody wants to hear me say the elephant in the room, the truth. Like, it's racist to it really is. The truth is, it is racist to attack me or attack Tiana because we love each other. That's racist. That's straight racism. That it is what it is. You know, it's facts, okay? And I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. It's very irritating. It is very bothersome. Like, I do not want to deal with this. But I do deal with this because I love her. But y'all, I should not. You should not go and look at somebody. And if you're somebody who thinks like that, you should not go and look at somebody who's walking around with somebody their other ethnicity, whether they're dating or not. You should just leave them alone and let them live and let them be happy and stop bugging them. And even the people that support interracial relationships or whatever, that are like too supportive and they be all up in your face about it, wanting to touch my woman's hair. That is mad annoying. Stop, dude. Just because like you support it, like don't be all up in people's faces. Like let people live. Treat it like it is normal, because it should be normal by this point. We are in 2021, bro. Interracial relationship should be normal. This shouldn't be weird. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be weird at all. Like, this shouldn't be something that I should be getting attacked over. This shouldn't be something that it's even a discussion, something I even have to talk about. Like, I shouldn't have to talk about this, but it is so frustrating, bro. Like, leave people alone. Stop saying stuff to people. Stop gawking at me. You know what? It's a whole gang of dudes. This one time we was walking through Walmart that was following us, making slight comments. Whole group of them. And I'm just sitting here like, please, don't make me pull this thing out. Please don't make me pull this thing out. Like, you want to come over here and bother me, harass me, and follow me through a store because you think you can bully the white boy. And it's just not how it's going to work. I'm not one of them. And I'm just tired of that. Like, I hate being followed through the store. I hate being gawked at when I'm walking. Like, leave me alone. I ain't never dealt with this when I dated a white woman. I ain't never dealt with that. Like, this is mad corny. And then the way that people treat my fiance and act like I'm not going to step up, that's mad corny, bro. That's mad corny. Like, leave us alone. I want to be left alone and I want to live my life. Like, bro, this ain't even just talking like social media. Like, bro, I want to be left alone. I get that I do the influencer stuff, whatever. People supporting and all that stuff. I love it. Okay, it is mad awesome. It is cool. But when people, how people treat me in public, just off the strength of people want to be tails right now, like people want to have attitude. People are like, maybe it's gotten more aggressive because of the pandemic in 2021. People just want something to fight over and argue over. I mean, just look at YouTube comment sections. People have gotten angry, going under fake names, attacking people's ethnicity, attacking Asians, whatever. It doesn't matter. People are attacking anybody for anything now, and it's just aggressiveness. These people got so aggressive that I had to go get me a legal firearm because I feel like one of these days I'm gonna have to defend myself and defend my home because people are as awful as they are today. Like, and I'm not afraid to defend mine. I'm not afraid to defend my woman. That's why I said nobody could defend her or love her like I do. So like, I'm just saying right now, bro, if you know me and you see me around public or whatever and you got a problem with my relationship, just look the other way and keep your mouth shut. Leave me and mine alone. That's all I'm going to say, point blank. Don't say a word to me. Don't say a word to her. Don't make no comments on it. I don't want to hear it. All right? Because this thing that I got going on is forever. So you're going to have to learn to deal with it. Because there's plenty of other interracial couples out there living life and dealing with the same thing that we do. And it's mad corny. I support anybody loving who they love. And that's on every end. I don't care who you dating, what race they is. Be in love. If you love that person, stay with that person. Don't care about what other people think. And that's my next point. If your family don't like the fact that you love somebody, screw what they think. Live your life. Be happy. Be happy. Love who you love. And stop worrying about what the crowd thinks. Stop worrying about he said or she said or what they said about the past or how they feel about the ethnicity. Who cares? Who cares, bro? Love who you love, bro. That's straight up. There's all this like social media ideas of what love is like and all this advice going through the air, how love should be or how things should be ran now. And like, bro, there is no answer. Everybody's life is different. You don't go by what your parents say, what grandparents did, or what people think's right and wrong. You love who you love, bro. Like, there's no code. Like, all these quotes and stuff about, oh, like this. Like, once they cheat, they always cheat. Once they do this, well, they always do this. You know what I'm saying? That's like, there's not one book for everybody. There's not a book that says every person is this way. That's just like the stereotypes that get thrown around or whatever. Like, you can never put everybody in one category. And that is mad corny. Like, no, I hate it. I hate hearing it. I don't want to hear it no more. I'm tired of hearing about it. Cause like, bro, I swear to God, I just want to be left alone. I want to live a quiet life. But I'm talking about this, but it's something I've been dealing with for a very long time. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to be got there in the store. Like, that's all I ask of people is leave us alone. Don't say a word to us. I love who I love. You love who you love. Now leave me alone. Leave me alone. Don't sit there and make these sly comments like strangers that inbox me on Facebook that absolutely do not know who I am and start attacking me for my relationship. Or dudes that'll jump in her inbox and be like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? You need a brother. Them white boys don't know how to take care of you. I'm just like, what you mean we don't know how to take care of each other? You want to know where we came from? To see where we came from and where we are now, you would see how much we take care of each other. We done been through a lot together. So I can't stand it, bro. Like, oh, it's not corny. Like, I got a good one. She got a good one. We good for each other. We love each other. So the most irritating thing to hear is a whole bunch of people who make a problem with our skin tone being together. It's mad corny. When you look at the grand scheme of things, we good for each other. And that's all there is to it. It doesn't matter how people feel. It just frustrates me when I walk through a store and I hear a comment. Or I have people who clearly make it known they try to fight me for my girl as if fighting me for my girl is going to get them her. It don't matter. It don't matter what happened to me. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to still have her. She's my baby. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about nobody. I just want to be left alone. That's really all it comes down to. Like, we are quiet people. We literally we go to work. We come home. We eat. We chill. We stay at home. Watch movies. Hang out. We are homebodies, so we don't go out and be around people to even know us. We don't party. We don't do none of that. We just stay at home. Like I haven't gone to the club since before I got with her. Like I don't go out. She doesn't go out. We stay at home. We hang out with a couple friends here and there, but even that's rare. Private. We live private lives, and one of the main reasons for that is every time we go out, we deal with all the hate on us being an interracial couple, and it does irritate us. It does bother us because it's like, bro, there'll be times when they will screw up an order, screw up the food, and when we're hanging out with our parents and stuff like that, and it would be they'd forget her plate in a room. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know, stuff that happens repeatedly, over and over. You start to realize it isn't a coincidence. You see how they talk to one of us differently than how they talk to the other one of us. It's not. It just doesn't. It doesn't hit as a coincidence anymore. It doesn't just things happening over and over and over. Okay, that's not a coincidence. When it happens in the same restaurants and stuff, or like no, I don't understand it. Like for me, I get really upset. I get really bothered by it because it's like, okay, attack me, say something to me, yeah, it irritates me, but disrespect my woman, and I get like on some ready to hurt somebody like real bad. It's just hard to say how I feel. It's like the big elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about because everybody's like 2021. It's not that way anymore. It is. It is very much still that way. It's better than the 70s. That's for sure. I'm not going to deny that. But we can't sit there and act like people that live in interracial relationships like me don't sit here and deal with this stuff all day on both ends of the aisle. Like like my family, some of my family. Now listen, this ain't all my family, but some of my family won't come to my wedding because they don't believe in interracial relationships. They won't come to my wedding when we get married. You know what I mean? Then it's just the family, the strangers. There's just so many opinions that just aren't needed. I don't know. I wish that to everybody else that is in interracial relationships, I hope that there's somebody out there that doesn't have to deal with this. But if you're in an interracial relationship, 9 times out of 10, you do have to deal with it all the time when you go anywhere or do anything in life. It's just mad corny. Now look, my boo thing just texted me while we was on the live too. I told her I was live streaming. She said okay. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just the elephant in the room. It's things that need change that probably won't change while we're alive. It'll probably be like this the rest of our lives together and having to deal with the irritating people. It's just the irritation over something so stupid. Like, how can people's brains be so tiny? Like, all this political crap, the division, I mean, the constant, oh, you're this, you're that, so you must be this, and you must be that. Like, I can't live outside of whatever box that people try to put me in, and neither can Tiana, because it doesn't matter what you do, you're still that. Like, you don't understand how many people get aggressive with her. How many dudes get aggressive with her about it because she's a woman. Like, I won't pop out and do something about it. Like, I got something for that. That's all I'm going to say. I got something for that. Leave mine alone. Like, I don't know. I'm just talking with y'all. It's something that's just been on my heart. It's been on my head. Like I said, there's something that just happened yesterday, and it just really bugged me because dude was following us all through the store. Making little sly comments or whatever because we're interracial. Like, that is just so corny, bro. Like, and people do that here knowing that they ain't gonna really do nothing about it. They just want to get somebody's reaction. They just want to bother somebody. They just want to inconvenience somebody's day. So they take stupid stuff like interracial couples and make a big deal about it because people are unhappy with their own life. I guarantee 90% of racist people just got done wrong by one person of that ethnicity and completely blamed a whole race for that. one person's actions, and that's mad corny. Like that is mad corny. Because if that were the case, I should be racist towards my own kind. Like it's just weird. People, bad things happen to people. You know what I mean? And to be completely racist because somebody of an ethnicity did something to you, that's just the wrong way to think or whatever. But I wish my fiance could be in here and on this live stream right now, but she's not here right now, and tell you some of the things that have happened with her in our relationship. Like, people don't want to see people happy. People want to live by the political game, the political whatever you want to call it, the standard, the box that everybody thinks we're supposed to live in because everybody's yes men or whatever. You love who you love. Your friends are your friends, regardless. So if you got a bunch of multi-cultured people from totally different cultures or whatever surround you, that's a good thing. You know why? Because that challenges your thinking. Like, having people from different walks of life challenges how you think. You might see something from this perspective, all right? So, for example, if I'm standing right here and we're looking at a statue, the statue's facing me, right? So you see the front end, but I don't understand. I don't see the perspective on the other end of the statue until my friend standing on the other end of the statue walks over here and he says, "Hey, man, from this perspective, this is how we see things." And I tell him, "Well, from my perspective, this is how we see things." Until we learn to walk around and look and see from the other person's perspective how it looks, then you won't really understand the bigger picture of life. Sometimes you really got to sit there and put yourself in other people's shoes. Sometimes you got to sit there and have those people around you from whether it's a better walk of life or a rougher walk of life to understand why people feel the way they feel. Like, the best lessons in life that I learned, and it's going to sound so crazy because people probably had tried to drill this into a lot of our heads as children. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Right? Treat others the way you want to be treated. If you walk up to somebody, like, let's say you work at a store, right? You walk up to somebody and they're just clearly having a bad day and they're having a rough day or whatever, you know what I mean? You go up to their counter and you just add fuel to the fire. And you just burn their britches. You make them mad, right? Just to do it. Before you do something like that, look at yourself in their shoes, bro. Like, really, in their shoes. Would I want to be treated the way I'm treating them right now? And that will literally help you with a lot in life. Like, you know what? That would be wrong of me to do. Let me just leave people alone. Let me mind my business. Why do I care? It's not affecting my life. If it's not, then that's the thing. If it's not affecting your life, just don't make a big deal. Don't have an issue. Don't create an issue there when there's not one there. Don't make things a big deal. Live life peacefully, man. Live it peacefully. Treat others the way you want to be treated, man. That's the biggest thing. Like, I feel like, and I know people like have different views on religion, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm not like a devout Christian by any means. But one of the things I did learn in the church was about loving people for their flaws or whatever, and just, you don't get nowhere with hate. You don't get nowhere with anger, right? So I took that lesson from a church, and I thought, you know what? When people are awful to me, when people are hateful to me, you know what I mean? I gotta think, man, what is they going through before I react? What could they be going through? Let me just brush it off, because people that do just generally hate and what would seem out of no reason, they got something going on in their life. Like, haters just hate themselves. That's why it's like the saying goes, the bullies get bullied at home. You know what I mean? The hateful people are experiencing hate to themselves. And I know I'm kind of going off topic here, but it kind of all does come together. Like, don't treat us badly. Don't make remarks about our relationship, because don't hate. Like, I don't know. Would you want somebody to come up to, like, let's say you're a white guy watching this. Would you want somebody to come up to you and say, like, "Oh, you and your white wife this and that. Like, I can't say the things that I'm trying to explain on YouTube without getting demonetized. So let me try to say how. Let me think how I could say this. Marshmallows. I don't know. This sounds dumb. I don't know. But I'm just saying, would you want to be harassed? You and your couple walking through a store. Think about that before you sit there and gawk at somebody because they look different. This goes for even the physically deformed, the handicapped, and people that actually do have conditions or whatever that they don't choose. You know what I mean? Why would you follow them, gawk at them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a few albino people that live in this town. I'll see them here and there, but I don't take no extra time to look at them because they're people. You know what I mean? And that's just one of many examples. Like, people, I will watch people gawk at somebody like that all day, like, or whatever, like freaked out, and I'm just like, have you never heard of it? Have you never heard of the condition where you just leave people alone when they walk through the store? Don't nobody want to be stared at. It's very uncomfortable. Just walking through a store and have everybody that you walk past look at you. That's kind of what we deal all the time. It's like, I know it's not a crime to stare, but it's kind of irritating. It does. It is very irritating to have every single person you walk by gawk at you like it's weird. I don't know, but I don't even know what the lesson I'm trying to say here is. I think it's really just respect people and their values. Leave people alone. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Like, because I love mine. It's never gonna change. I'm never gonna leave her. Nothing's gonna change there. So people might as well just get used to it. And I guess I gotta get used to backlash from people. That's just something I don't like. But that's the only downfall in my relationship. Me and her, great. We have, any issues we had and with each other and how we lived or whatever, we solved within the first year. So at this point in our life, like, we're so used to each other and how we do things and our schedule and what we want to do, respecting each other's boundaries, respecting, all the stuff that you get in a relationship. If you really love somebody, all the sacrifices you'll make in life, or whatever, we done been through all that. And so I think the only issues that ever come in with my relationship is from outside forces. And it's from outside forces we don't even let in. It's just literally going out and living life and deal with it. For the most part, we don't even really, we have a couple friends, but we really don't have friends like that. We have people we talk to over the internet that, they could come see us or whatever, but we're not going back to Ohio or nothing like that because, we were in North Carolina, just laid back chilling. But I just think at the end of the day, I think the big thing to take from what I'm trying to say here is that people are affected. It does irritate people, even if we try to pretend it doesn't, to be harassed about whatever it is that's on people that bothers you, like the interracial couples or the different pigments or vertigo or all the stuff that makes people freak out in stores when they see it. I still don't understand it myself because, like, I think the stuff that people hate the most are the most beautiful things in life. Like, have you ever seen somebody with vertigo? They're like, they're fire. Like, it's so awesome. Albino people are dope. Like, interracial couples, I think, is a blessing and a lesson to the world. It's like, bro, people can love each other for real. And I think it's weird because it's like, oh, it's such an extreme lesson to the world when it's really just loving somebody, period. But to have the lesson that you can love somebody that's not your pigment, I mean, that's a lesson to people that brains are small. But for the most part, anybody with common sense, if you love somebody, it doesn't matter about their pigment. That shouldn't never matter. So I'm trying to sit here and explain. I don't want to dumb things down and make people feel dumb, but it's really not that odd. Interracial relationships are really not that odd. It is such a normal thing. It's a blessing. Like, my woman is a blessing. She is a blessing to my life. She's treated me way better than anybody has in my life. She's been my ride or die. No matter what I do, doesn't matter how bad of a day I am or how irritated I am. At the end of the day, I know she's with me. And it's the same for her. I'm always with her. You got my back, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I'm pushing 30 minutes of rant here. I just trying to talk to my people, but yeah, love is love. It is what it is, you know. But ain't nothing you can do about the people that hate. I feel like the world just gets more and more hateful. People are bothered by more and more, which is weird because you would think that the hate would die down, but in reality, I feel like we kind of go through these chasms in life where everybody wants to be. There's a chasm where it's like, okay, everybody's hating, everybody wants to be woke. Oh, back to hating again. Then everybody's woke, and then everybody's hating again. It's like we just go through these years where it's like a hateful year, and a hateful year, and then a hateful year, and then that's all it is. Like it's life. It's the road we live on. But I'll tell you what. If y'all subscribe and support me, I'm going to go buy an island where nobody can bother us. We could just live peacefully and love each other. And I don't have to worry about no opinions. Because if I buy an island, I'm shutting the internet off. Get away from everybody. But nah, for real. I appreciate everybody that does support my relationship. People that do respect me and my woman. People that that are just normal. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day. Peace out. I love y'all.